Coach Sandlin has left me the Coke key. I am now the Coke person. But what is up to Coach Sandlin after a weekend with the president at Camp David, some secret backdoor deals, some under table negotiations, and the blessing of His Eminency, Pope Francis I. I am now the Coke person, and it is apparent to me that a grave error in judgment has been made. So you're all in trouble. Have a good day.
There's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Welcome to EVTV for December the 1st. Are you yawning?
I was yawning.
2020. We are in the last month of 2020, Trent.
Mm-hmm.
How was your Thanksgiving vacation?
I didn't go on Thanksgiving vacation. I stayed around the area and didn't really even eat Thanksgiving food.
Yeah, I didn't eat Thanksgiving food either. I ate some steak and some vegetables and some Texas toast with lots of garlic. Lots of garlic. It was good.
I try to maintain my diet on Thanksgiving, so all I ate was meat. Turkey and ham.
Good job. Did you decorate for Christmas some?
Yeah, we've been getting the decorations throughout the house. We gotta finish the tree. And for my car and my mom's car, I got some reindeer antlers and Rudolph nose.
Well, there you go. You'll be happy to know. The whole outside of the house is loaded with Christmas lights.
Does it look like a gingerbread house?
Sort of. Put the tree up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I stepped it just a little bit. I went just a little bit further. And I actually had you in mind. I was thinking, the last few years I haven't put up any of the little Christmas village. But Trent would say that I was being lazy and not fully decorating, and that my children would adore the Christmas village. And you were right. You were in my head, and you were right. I took the Christmas village and set it up on the piano, and the girls went nuts. They loved it.
Good.
So I went that extra mile, decorating for Christmas, just like I knew you would end up wanting me to. Embarrassing story for me. Before Thanksgiving holidays began, I interviewed Miss Tatum here in the room for an upcoming interview that you, the school, will get to enjoy. In that interview, we talk about the teachers as they grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Miss Tatum has taught at this school, we found out, for 8 years. I have taught at this school. This is my 9th year. Find out in her interview, she's like, South Haven High School. And she was talking about being in band with Mr. House, which was my band director. And I got to thinking, you must have been there. Like, I said, what year did you graduate? She was like, 2000. I graduated in 99. We were clearly in band together. Not only that, I had no clue. And she was really good friends with my sister. Pulled up a picture of her and my sister growing up at South Haven High School. We were in band together at the same school. I had no clue. So I guess that's just completely shows what a nerd I was and how socially awkward I was in high school. But it was embarrassing, enough.
Just a little bit.
That I have taught at this school, and she's been here for 8 years, and I had no clue. We not only went to high school together, we were in band together, and I didn't know. Testing starts this week. Tomorrow, state testing is going to start. It's going to work a little bit differently this year. Students, if you are testing, you're going to go directly into the cafeteria. You will not report to first block. What did I say?
Don't go to first block. Go straight to the cafeteria.
Straight to the cafeteria on your testing day. If you're not sure, they're going to have the boards up in the commons that will show what students are going to be testing. They will give you some sort of breakfast item. They're going to take roll. They're going to take your phone and your electronic devices. They're going to do all of that in the cafeteria first thing in the morning. So go directly to the cafeteria when you get in the building. Do not go to first block. We will, of course, have more information about testing starting on tomorrow's show. Moderna is applying for, officially, as of today, applying for the FDA license for the vaccine. That's the second vaccine that's now come on the market for coronavirus. So we're very hopeful that by the middle of December, maybe the end of December, they'll start trucking that stuff out. And the Mississippi Health Organization has come out, I noticed over the break, and they have already put together a plan for how vaccinations here in the state of Mississippi are going to be administered. They're going to start with healthcare workers, so people like your mom obviously would get it first. And then they'll go into the nursing homes and the at-risk people. And then as it comes on down the line, they're hopeful that within the first couple of months, I would assume, or the second quarter of 2021, March, April, that maybe it will be available to all of us. So here's to hoping.
My mom's actually really skeptical about the vaccine. And I've heard that a lot of people are, actually.
Well, vaccines traditionally have always garnered some skepticism, but you had two different companies independently racing for a vaccine, and they came out with very similar results. That's a positive sign that two totally separate entities did this massive thing, and they both got very similar.
In the right direction the same way, or they both went the wrong direction in some way.
We're going to err on the side of the right direction. They have done testing. They have done some extensive testing. The FDA doesn't just green light something if it's not going to work. And you have some independent bodies like St. Jude that's also been doing testing, and St. Jude does not play. So if St. Jude comes out and says, yes, this thing is incredible, and we have several other bodies that come out and say, yes, it's good to go, I'm not going to be worried.
Right.
Because I'm more worried about getting corona for 2 weeks. Yes. Ugh. All right. Okay. Interesting story over the break that I saw. There is a metal asteroid called Psyche. Have you ever heard of it? It's somewhere between Mars and Jupiter. And this story, it's not anything new. It's been there for a very, very long time. But scientists in the Hubble Space Telescope have finally gotten some really good looks at it. It is worth $142 trillion. 70,000 times. It's worth 70,000 times the world's global economy.
Jesus.
Yes. Okay. Do you know what asteroids are typically made of? Think back hard. Science. Kenny's watching. Kenny,
I didn't take Earth and Space or anything.
Oh.
The last time I learned anything about this might have been in like 7th, 8th grade.
Okay. Most asteroids are made of rock and ice. Worthless. This one is made up of almost entirely iron and, I had to look, nickel. So the entire asteroid is like,
right about that one, but not any general asteroid.
It's like the entire asteroid is made up of like iron and nickel, and it's like the size of, I can't remember what state they said, New Hampshire. I think they said New Hampshire. Like the entire asteroid's the size of the state of New Hampshire. So imagine the entire state of New Hampshire is nothing but iron and nickel. So that's a lot of money. So now people are like, okay, what would it take to end up to go out and try to grab this thing
and bring it
and bring it back to Earth? They said that if they could bust up the asteroid, they could give everybody on the planet $1 billion. $1 billion with a B dollars for every human on the planet. That's an interesting. So you might want to go online today and just take a look If you'll Google Psyche asteroid, you'll see pictures. Today for lunch, you are going to be having pancakes, but wait, and sausage. Pancakes and sausage. There's also going to be some hash brown, potatoes, fresh vegetables with ranch dressing. I'm not sure how that goes with pancakes and sausage.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Blueberries and whipped topping, absolutely on the
delicious,
pancakes,
for
yes.
sure.
And then some chilled fruit variety cups. All right, tomorrow is going to start state testing, so make sure that you know what days you're going to be testing. You're going to go directly to where?
The cafeteria.
The cafeteria. Have a fantastic day.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.